What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Yankee Yak, and we're going to talk about this week's Yankees games. First up, we're going to talk about the Arizona series, and then we're going to talk the Pirates series that ended today. So, things didn't start off so great in that Arizona series. Now, if you play fantasy baseball, you knew that Suarez, the D-backs third baseman, is on fire, and he's filled that void that Christian Walker has. Now he's on the Astros. But Suarez, he's been hitting home runs. He looks good, but he usually cools off. So they got the smoking hot Suarez. He decimated that first game in the series. Mark Leiter is I was a little mad that he challenged Suarez. I would have just walked him. Honestly, I would have walked him because they had that game in the bag, and if they would have walked him, they would have got the double play. Game over. All right, next game. That was all Zach Gallen throwing the heat. He's a great pitcher. He looks like a college pitcher, but his stuff just really confuses the Yankees, and Boone can't read it, and that needs to change because who knows? It could be the Diamondbacks look really good, and they definitely has what it takes to beat the Dodgers in a crazy series if it happens. They're a good team. I'm not going to take that away from them. They're a good team. So the third game, they get their revenge, and Judge, Jazz, and Trent all hit home runs, and they blast their way through letting the D-backs sweep us. All right, let's get into the Pirates series. Max Fried looked way better than the last game, and they gave him the office, and he got out of that. And then I'm still waiting for the Max Fried that we saw in the Braves in very 1-0 games, and I want to see him get like a low stakes, high pressure game. I know he can do it. In that game, Cabrera and the Martian and Judge gave him support, and they beat the Pirates in that first game. Second game, they win again. This was the Trent Grisham game. He's been streaky. Like last year, he hit him out, but it wasn't he was streaky. But hey, we're gonna need some streaky guys till we get the pitching back. And I, if there was one MVP this week, it was definitely Grisham. It was definitely Trent. He was slashing out their beats like Trent Reznor. He was just like boom, boom. He's got the speed. He's got the defense. Keep playing him. But Cody's gonna wake up. You gotta give Cody time to adjust to the pinstripes. I think by July, Cody's gonna be the guy. All right, so let's get to the last game. Obviously, it goes into extra innings after the comeback with the Trent heroics, and they lose. It sucks. I hate it. But they went 3 losses, 3 wins, and they have a good record in the AL East. So I'm liking what I say with the Yankees. And then last week I said, I think the Orioles are going to wake up. It's finally they're going to be the sleeping giant that everyone's told. Nope. But Boston, watch out for them with Tanner Huck and those guys. But I'm looking at the stuff between the Red Sox and some of their players, because they're not things with Danvers. Listen, I'm not gonna speculate that they would ever trade Danvers. I'm just saying that he's better. I'm not gonna pretend like, oh no, Danvers he's watch, it's over for him. He's just having a slow start, just like Cody is. This happens, if you play fantasy and you drop one of your 95% guys because they haven't hit in the first week, that's on you. All right. But I really like what's going on with the Yankees this week. Obviously, the Stroman game, he snuck out of there, but, Will Warren deserved to win. Listen, you got to win to win, but you can't just deserve to win. You got to win to win. But yeah, obviously, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Martian, Jason Dominguez. Yeah, I would have liked. Honestly, I would have liked that first game from the Arizona. That's the only thing I would have changed this week. If they lost twice and still won that first game, I would feel a little bit better. Or if they won today. So either both one of those two L's, I would have liked one of those L's back for a W. All right, everybody. That's it for the Yankee Yank. I'll meet up with you next week. Recap the next series. All right, peace out.